Good morning, everyone. Today I am host Alan, and we are delighted that you've chosen to join us on this fabulous Labor Day weekend. So let me tell you about what we do here at CSL Charlotte. The first and one great way to find out is go to our website, cslcharlotte.org, and you can put in a prayer request, subscribe, do so many other things. But who we are at CSL Charlotte is we are a diverse community based on the teachings of the science of mind. And Dr. Holmes was a man on a mission. He was a 20th century writer and lecturer who combined all of the wisdom from various sources from all the different world religions and spiritual paths, and created a fresh, new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into the world all around us. So if that sounds great to you, then, okay. then feel free to join us at any time. Yeah, and there are so many anchors even within this world of distractions. There are ways to connect with each other and as a community. So the community aims to create a succession of future leaders, just like you and me, who not only can read about this teaching, but also live and embody this teaching. And as we're empowered, we empower other people all around us, because this is who we are as a community. And we are a diverse community. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, gay, straight, or even a space alien. It's all part of God. so, and so we are an open and diverse and affirming community, and we welcome everybody here. You don't have to leave your philosophy or nature of knowledge. And what we like to do here is we like to combine all of the different teachings from all of the spiritual sources, such as the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Tao Te Ching, just to name only a few. So if this sounds good to you, then I invite you to join us for our Tuesday night weekly consciousness meetings. And there you can really experience it for yourself. So before I introduce our featured speaker today, I will have a quote to go along with our theme today. All right. When we begin to see each other through what the metaphysician calls the third eye, we begin to know each other on a level that is beyond what our physical eyes can see. That is by Marianne Williamson. And now I would like to introduce our fabulous, radiant Reverend Rosedale Jones.
Oh my God, we gotta look with that third eye. Oh, awesome. When we can see ourselves through our third eye with each other, we are some powerful people. Wow, thank you, Alan, my right hand man. So, that all being said, welcome to CSL Charlotte. To everyone listening, whether you're on YouTube or wherever you are, just welcome to CSL Charlotte. It's the Mind, Body, Spirit Center. Today, our attention is on the third eye. And the third eye covers the entire body, every single one of our centers. You'll hear about that. So, why not get started on the power of the third eye? So, we always start our spiritual celebrations on affirmative prayers. And what we do and why we do it is to set the tone. So, leading in our prayer today is our tenacious spiritual sister, and that is Jerry Campbell, aka Groovy, because she's cool like that. And see, Groovy is also our courageous and spiritual warrior with that tenacity. So, to boot, and she got that attitude of determination. So that said, boy, no pressure. She's gonna come up here and do what she gotta go do, but she's gonna keep doing what she gotta do until she can, because you know what? She embodies everything that we stand for at this community. She embodies courage, preservation, and transformation. I've seen that in her as well. So with that being said, that's what the power of the third eye is all about. And I see her with that in my third eye. So, well, with that, if you want to hear, let's let her go. Groovy, let it rip.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's such a blessing to be here with you and with Spirit as we all work together to have a beautiful, beautiful day to celebrate learning about the third eye. We are all joined together as one, as usual, always taking care of each other, always watching out for each other. We are knowing, absolutely knowing, loving, and agreeing that we have always learned and that we know that Spirit is always working for us and for each other. And we release this prayer into the source, and so it is.
That's right, Ruby. We have learned that the spirit within us is working for us as we work with each other. I can dig that for sure. Thank you, Ruby. Perfect. So next on our platform is our reader, and this is Horace the Bush, aka he is also our operations coordinator. So Horace, he uses his power of the third eye when we vision in our spiritual center. In fact, all of us get a chance to do that together in our visioning. So weekly, he makes sure he shows up here to do whatever is necessary with our team and to keep our team always moving really well. So after Horace's reading, listen to the song I Am. It's by Beautiful Chorus. And let me tell you, it is something that's really going to show you how to encourage yourself to focus on the third eye because you have to see you. So when you start seeing you as I am, this next song, you will see. So Horace, make it do what it do.
Well, good morning, tribe. I want to direct your attention to this awesome reading from our fabulous, fearless leader, Reverend Rosedale, called The Chakras for Rest and Well-Being. So I want to invite you to take a deep breath and absorb in this reading, this very important reading about the chakras for rest and well-being. The idea of chakras, and some say chakras or chakras, it originates from ancient Indian traditions, particularly in Hinduism and Buddhism. The chakras are 7 main energy centers in the body, aligned along the spine. Each chakra connects to distinct aspects of our well-being, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Modern research in psychology and holistic medicine often discusses chakras metaphorically, linking them to concepts like energy flow, mindfulness, and overall well-being. Several studies suggest that focusing on chakras through practices like meditation or yoga enhances self-awareness, emotional management, and stress reduction. These benefits are typically understood through conventional psychological concepts rather than the actual existence of chakras. The power of the third eye, the sixth chakra, explores the subtler aspects of our consciousness. Tuning into this chakra opens the imagination, connecting us to our spiritual realm, curiosity, and authentic answers. It's simply a matter of being open and receptive while focusing and reflecting on our inner being. Through the third eye, we often quiet our ego, making it easier to listen to our intuition. Consider that the quality of our sleep relates not only to our ability to dream at night, but also to our capacity to daydream. When we lack sufficient sleep, our bodies and minds can't fully recover and recharge. This makes it difficult to operate in higher states of being, like the spiritual realm. Winter, in particular, is a time to retreat into quiet, restful solitude. Ensure you're getting enough sleep to replenish your energy and support your growth and transformation during this season. So I want to leave you with this quote. Retreating into quiet restful solitude leads to incredible experiences, replenishing energy, growth, and transformation. And this is from my own beloved Reverend Rosedale. And so it is.
Welcome, magic. Beautiful. Let's start with a short centering and relax our eyes by letting them fall into our lap if we want to, or closing them all together for a brief moment. Now, really breathe from the diaphragm and slowly exhale and let your cells totally relax. Because as you remember, that song, I Am by the beautiful chorus, it encourages us to recognize the power of the third eye by seeing who we really are. So when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at, we begin to see the light at the end of the day, especially when we start to recognize what I see, I am. What I want to know, I understand. And all I wish I could, I can. Because who I want to be, I am. Now, if we could just see ourselves like that, wow, that song is just a total development of the power of the third eye. You get to see, know, feel, taste, and all the goodness of yourself. But you don't just do it with vision. It's feeling, it's tasting, it's touching, it's knowing through that power. So are you ready to understand the power of the third eye? Well, you're at choice whether you choose to incorporate spiritual practices or not. If you already practice, I guarantee you then you will develop the power of the third eye. So why not develop the power of the third eye? So wiggle your fingers and your toes and integrate your mind, body, and spirit. And as you float your eyes open again, look around your space as if you're new to it. I'm very new to my space, literally. I like newness, I like change. And this allows something to really, in your space, connect you to presence. While I take a gratitude moment and thank you, Alan, for you listening to your voice and allowing you to always come up with those clever quotes that you do. And thank you, Groovy, for serving me and us today so powerfully in prayer. And thank you, Horace Tabush, for the reading of, well, he and I have a little talk about that, but it's all good. Chakras for rest and well-being. And it's okay. The both words. I love the way he described it to everybody. So you know, you may hear me say chakra. I mean, you may hear him say chakra. You'll hear me say chakra. But anyway, it totally connects the dots for this for this reading and speaks volumes to the power of the third eye. Horace, thank you so much. That was a mouthful, but I had to tell you that, Horace. I love you, man. But anyway, there's a lot to spirituality that meets the eye. There's another important piece that we don't really talk about as much, but it's a factor. This factor in spiritual practices are things like activating the chakra energy centers in our bodies. The first two sentences that Horace came up with, it was to let us all know that the chakras originates from ancient Indian and traditional places like the Buddhism and Hinduism. Okay, chakras have seven, well, actually 12, but I'm only talking about seven wonderful main energy centers, and they align themselves along the spine all the way down to the root chakra. Now, Asian traditions have more energy centers, and they call them chi or meridians. But no matter what term we use, guess what? They're energy systems in our bodies. And we got to know it's more to us than just blood, flesh, and bone. So no matter what term, just don't even worry about it because the power of the third eye is so necessary in the mind, body, and spirit connection that we all have and will always have and was born with, and it never leaves us. And that brings me to a thought today about the body. You see, our mind controls our body 24/7, and it does it through neurological impulses. That's what the mind really is. So, this is truly what I study right now. This is my newest study thing now. Oh my goodness. And I practiced this and I removed pain from my body from so many areas in my life too, already, just by going to the next level with myself. I used to wonder at one time, why do I have this pain in my lower back when I stand up? And then and this always would come once in a blue moon, but I knew it was there. And so recently, when I started this new course of study, I'm sure I told you about it. It's in the science of the body and healing the mind. So, but these studies, they became my next journey and they're taking me places already. So now I understand the reason behind the pain. It was the power of the third eye that really guided me to all of this, and I'm really clear on that. I really understand what's really happening in my life and how great it's just flourishing. I just stayed open to answers when I kept wonder what that pain in my back is about. And then all of a sudden, the insights I had been getting, and it was beginning to lead me deeper, deeper, deeper down I don't want to say the rabbit hole because people use it in a negative way, but down the science hole, right? It started taking me, and I developed this profound interest in even more science, which is now the study of the science, mind, and body. Wow. So now I realize why I'm actually on this trail. But I never ask anymore. I just go do it. If I say, you need to, then I go do it. Then all of a sudden I joined into this course and I mean, already that's because of the power of the third eye that I decided to get going. I see how I moved. I see how this level of science right now is carrying me, mind, body, and spirit. So nowadays, I do the practices. I don't just say to myself, oh, no, I actually do them and I do the research because I have to because it's a class and I would like to pass that exam so I can be certified. So there's the bacon I'm after, the carrot, if you will. I always got this carrot I'm after, every single thing. So now, habitually, what I'm doing is I'm watching my body when I'm unconsciously working. So what happens is a lot of times we're working and our muscles and everything is 24/7 now. The nervous system is constantly sending messages to the muscles, bing, 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 all day long. And you don't realize it. Then all of a sudden you say, ouch, my knee. Oh, ouch, my elbow. But that didn't just occur. It was being built the whole time. Our muscles have been being triggered right now. So that's why habitually I draw it back and say, what's going on? What are you thinking? So when I step out of that car, no, my lower back will not be bothering me or whatever, wherever I used to be, where I used to find that, wow, no more. I'm focused. And when I'm deeply inside of things, my habit is starting to catch up on me. So we have to develop these habits. Now, there has been no more pain in my back since I wonder what this pain in my back is. Curiosity. Remember we talked about that? I talked about curiosity. See, I may not could do a full class on this, but I would love to. But it's okay. But you see, just know this. I can alleviate pain instantly now. but it does take some knowing and understanding. So now I see why, me personally, I am all about mind, body, spirit connection. Because I know you can't just be spiritually involved and just pray. I know you can't just be spiritually involved and just do meditation. I know you can't be just spiritually involved and not do some research. Because that's why it's become so important to me. It's just making me go deeper and deeper into this wonderful thing. That's nothing but the power of the third eye at work in me. So, that said, the term it really actually refers to this broader vision that goes beyond our physical senses. All right. So when I say that, now you understand it went beyond my physical senses. Trust me. And the power of the third eye actually doesn't only refer to what we see. It doesn't come from, oh, I see that building over there, or in my mind I see. No, I feel and I can see through my feeling. I can see through my touch. I can see through my taste. I can see through my smells. There are times when I could be sitting there and get a whiff of something, a fragrance, and I say, smells like my mom. Telling you, because it's given me, it makes me come back and bring me back to the present moment. She did that to bring me back to the present moment. Maybe spirit's doing that, maybe the universe. But yeah, just get deep, guys, because you know what? Let me tell you, according to psychology and holistic medicine, the term third eye, what they do is they use it a lot in guided imagery and in spiritual practices to enhance this perception and intuition. We got it. We got it. We got a perception, we got intuition, and I'm digging it, man. The third eye, it's really tied together with both concepts, science, which is psychology, and holistic, right, which is metaphysical, and all the principles and the perspectives of the psychology and the holistic world. They just conceptualize all of this stuff, and that's how we gain insight, if we really believe what we're hearing or if we actually pay attention. So one way to gain insight into yourself is to enter this state. You got to enter the state. This state is so needed for spiritual experiences to be open. We have to be open. You heard Horace's reading. We gotta open. See, with the power of the third eye, we create a space to access the wisdom and the inner vision, and we get the trust in our tuition. I trust my intuition, not tuition. I trust my intuition because I remember I used to say, "Bob, I was really, really immature back then. How do we know whether this is right or wrong?" Oh, we know. Don't even try to pretend that you don't know whether something is right or wrong. If you don't know, try it, test it, test it, test it, test it. Because you see, when we observe our expectant outcomes and start going, you know what, that's what I expect. Okay, then use the power of the third eye. And then guess what happened? It begins to lead us into changing and making some great transformations. That's how we make the transformations. And oh, by the way, it's just as easy to develop your third eye in a pessimistic view. It's just as easy to do that. All you got to do is dwell on your fear. And there you go. It's going to attract all your harmful experiences for you. So don't think that I'm out of the woods or I'm in the woods or whatever. It's up to you. What I seek, I am. What I know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I want to be, I am. So I want to be whole, healthy, strong, and powerful in my being. Mind, body, and spirit. That's what I want. And that's what I chose. The experts in spirituality and science, they feel the power of the third eye, and they feel it as of something of prime importance. And they have a strong interest in the third eye, and as well as all the other centers in our body. energy centers in our body. So with that being said, we activate the third eye. We do it through spiritual practices. The third eye refines, just makes that diamond shine. It refines our inner vision, our intuition, and our higher consciousness. No matter how high I get, I still keep coming back to the third eye experience. See, that's my higher consciousness talking to me right now, telling me that, because I smiled when I thought about that. I always say that. I'm never going to be over. I get higher. No matter how high I get, I'm getting higher, and I can manifest certain outcomes. And it's a great life to know that. And so what happens with these outcomes is they manifest in all aspects of our life, my life, your life, in careers, in relationships, in finances, and in health. I am so proud of Horace and Alan for starting a whole new career, for example. They're being tapped on the shoulder. And if this don't work, I got another door for you. But you got to know that it ain't over anytime you come up and say, oh, well, that didn't work. No, that's just part of the game that you got to play. See, the third eye is built to enhance our imagination, to begin creative visualization. And we're doing it 24/7, whether we would like to or not. See, creative visualization is a powerful tool, and this tool, we use it to unlock that abundance and all that goodness. But you got to know that I don't know when, but I do know it's unlocking, okay? Because we create how long it's going to take. We create mental images of things. So if you feel and see and taste and touch one that says, you're never going to make this happen, stop. Change that, because it's all about our emotional sensations that we bring to the table. You see, what builds up on our, as far as emotional sensations, is when we practice creative visualization, we actually create clear, concise, vibrant images, if you know it. If an image is also a feeling, it's an idea, right? It's all of that. Let's not just be so focused on this one thing, you know, what they call it with the blinders on you, and you call sight. But just all you call it. Sight is feeling, sight is touch, sight is taste, sight is everything. So by consistently us directing ourselves in this affirmative energy that we have, we are closer to our outcome. We get much more closer to that desired outcome. Now, sometimes it's not the desired outcome because you haven't given it a thought. You know, like I always say, well, you know, the only reason why you have not is because you see not, feel not, taste not with you in it. I felt every car I got in when I felt like I wanted a new car. I felt it all. I saw it all. Simply put, we imagine what becomes our reality, but it's got to be based on our focus. You see, a grateful focus, a focus of gratitude, attracts dynamic experiences that make us feel like powerful, confident, like, oh, proud of ourselves. But that dreary focus, it's attracting unfavorable ideas and unfavorable attention to those outcomes that make us feel like, oh, well, I don't want this. See, intuition is another powerful aspect. That's another part of ourselves that our consciousness is always, always, always improving. You have to let it sharpen that little tool, right? Because that intuition is going to get you up in the morning and tell you, make a right here. And you're going to make that right turn. Or it may say, you know what? It'll give you, here's your taste. You decide, oh, I know what I want to eat. And I said, I wanted some collard greens. You know what I needed? The chlorophyll. But I like collard greens. But I'm just saying, it's still in your taste. So what I do know is every time I take my next journey, it means to me that I'm ready for a new level. And that means I'm taking today's Rosedale to the Rosedale that's calling, that's beckoning me, that's asking me to come. That's the power of third eye. I see what she looks like 5 years from now. I did a class the other day and told everybody, let's go 10 years from now. And these people were not doing what some people do. I don't know about 10 years. I said, if you dare come up to me at the end of this and say to me, I don't know what I'm going to be doing 10 years from now, they laughed. They understood. I did not want to hear that. I just wanted to guide you a little bit. So I said, go down the road 5 more years from now. Well, I'm constantly looking down that road and seeing what she's doing, what she's looking like. I see her in her RV. I see her driving it. I see her in her brand new house built from the ground up. You know, I see all of that, but I got to go down the road from here, not wait till you get there because it could be anything. You see, and then listening to too many opinions about from people, they can give you very daunting ideas. And then you get all these excuses to procrastinate. So I don't listen to other people's opinions. So don't you listen to other people's opinion, regardless of where they say they heard it from. Retreat. You know what I do? I retreat back to some kind of practice, and then I get to move all those hideous blocks that I built or allowed something to overshadow my thoughts with. So that is the power of the third eye and how it pulls me all the way through I want to call it the snow, like the little horses, the little doggies through the sled. See, you're always co-creating source. You're always co-creating that energy through the power of the third eye. You co-create with source. So before getting too relaxed nowadays in that mundane stuff and the places, prepare your mind. All you got to do is find a quiet space within you or around you and ease those thoughts. Create something powerful to say to yourself, like repeating affirmations. See, I do a lot of very powerful things, and this next song is going to tell you what you got to do to change. See, I do a lot of powerful things, and before I go to sleep, when I first wake up, I'm always having conversations with myself, even when I watch certain TV shows, because when I do that great stuff, I'm having a great time. When I'm having a great time, I'm developing the alertness and the awareness so I can be open for all of those awesome insights that I keep talking about. So, whatever you gotta say to yourself, you gotta say it, because let me tell you about this next song. In order to do anything, change is the only thing constant in this world. And in order to go to the next level, there has to be change. And change echoes the importance of the power of the third eye. So when you get into this next song, remember, that's what the power of the third eye involves. Being the change you wish to see in this world. That's what it's all about. So listen to this song, do the change you wish to be, the change you wish to see in this world, and you will understand why. You got to be the change you wish to see in this world. Now, if I expect it, I need to be it. So in order for me to be the change I wish to see, I got to call on the power of that third eye. So start using the power of the third eye. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Everybody's fantastic. Oh, that was a great thing to end up about our prayer. I always say, if you have not received a prayer from our fabulous Maureen Thurston, spiritual practitioner, aka Mo, then you have not put in the prayer request. And I'll tell you, she just notified us in chat that we have a total of 377 prayers that we've responded to since we've been in the system. So guys, know that. So with that being said, this is the time that we talk about birthdays. And now you know I don't know your birthday out there to everybody in YouTube land. So just jot down the month and the day only in that chat or comments. And if you're ever on Zoom with us, I'll say chat, but you'll know the difference because you're where you are, right? So remember, we got this big gratitude shout outs we always need to do at the end. And I have to thank you, Alan. Boom, boom, that prayer, you just laid it. You laid and played it, diced and sliced it. So that was just phenomenal. And Groovy, you started us out great. You got my cells going. Take us out real good. You are our tenacious leader. Thank you so much. Also, you are our spiritual harmony steward, Groovy J. So you keep the place clean and quiet with all the meetings and everything that you make sure we're here for. And thank you, Horace, for the reading that lit up the talk. And thank you for having us run like a well-oiled machine every single week. And thanks, Timmy P, for the duties of the day. As always, you can make sure that those announcements are done explicitly and the wonderful stuff is going on. And also, George Washington's birthday is today. I just got that notice. I thought it was in October, but that's all good. But whatever. So anyway, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So spotlighting goes to Timmy P, because he's the other one that's always picking up. But you know what? It's beautiful to see Melissa here when she popped in as usual, and from her remote place way out there. I call it out there in Midwest, where you got to have a horsey to move around in, but it's all good. So, and then I did hit everybody. I sure did. So before our, oh, wait a minute. You know, I gotta say, I think the reason why I almost forgot our Mo is because I just had to hit on those prayers. But anyway, Mo, thank you so much for chomping at the bits, ready to throw us our prayers out there to whoever sends in a request. That's so wonderful. So before our last song, consider this. Today was all about the power of the third eye. Remember that during this week as you have to tread through the week and do the things you have to do, because the power of the third eye is what we're going to need to figure out how to create our own life story. You know, we're just a book that's never complete. Every day, the rest of our life is unwritten. So from the time we wake up in the morning, we just don't know what's going to happen, but we do know what we want. So choose it and write the book. Because if we want something new to do, we got to start retreating to a place and use the power of that third eye so that we can begin to rewrite tomorrow's chapter or write it over or begin a new one. We got a clean slate every time we open our eyes the next day. Use it with the power of the third eye. Jump in with both feet. And so before Groovy plays us out, you got to listen to this last song. It's just a thing to keep that power of the third eye, and it helps you envision your next chapter that is still unwritten. There is nothing destined about you, never will be, never has. So with this next song, let's get into Unwritten. Yes, indeed. No one else can speak the words on your lips, and the rest is still unwritten. You know that staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window because it's on you to do what you got to do, to see where you got to go. Groovy, please pray us out.
Oh boy, that is just so beautiful. Knowing that we can write our very own life. We are in charge of what happens to us. Being that we are all together with Spirit, Spirit will hear what we want and bring it to fruition. We know that this is how it's just meant to be, and we just release it into the ether. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Groovy. You topped off the week. So with that all being said, guys, remember, all you need is a good practice and retreat to this place where you can go just so that you can experience the power of your third eye. Remember, the universe is constantly, always supporting your journey, and we will meet again. But until we do, start working with the power of your third eye.